Well, some say it's the best musical of all time. The Lutcher Theater presents 3 performances of the West Side Story this Friday and Saturday, and Lynae Sanford with the Lutcher joins us. And do you agree? Is it the best musical of all time?
It's one of the greatest. It's a classic.
Well, certainly stood the test of time. It originally was produced in '57, and then there's been some revivals of it.
Exactly.
And actually freshened up a bit?
Freshened up a little bit. In 2009, it was redone by Arthur Lawrence, and this is the National Broadway Tour that's actually based on that same freshened up production,
Well,
if
do you know what we did? Of course, it's based on the story of Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, it is.
Set in the 50s in New York. And we have
yes,
these gangs.
Yes, so you have these gangs. So with this new production, the gangs are it's a little edgier. Okay. The gangs are a little more realistic.
I
think they still
gotta
snap.
Be some snapping.
That's important.
That's iconic.
Yeah, exactly. There's more Spanish added to the text and to the lyrics, and so, but not so much that you can't understand what's going on.
It's interesting because West Side Story, again, it's part of our culture. I mean, people know references to it, but they haven't necessarily ever seen it on the stage, and maybe seen the movie, if even that.
Exactly.
So it's one of those things that people, it's around. You go, well, you know a reference to it when you hear one, but not necessarily have seen the show.
I know. So this is your opportunity to see
3
this show.
performances.
3 performances. One at 7:30 Friday night, and then on Saturday 2 and 7:30 as well. And because we have 3 performances, we still have great seats available. So
take advantage of that because it's rare that we have 3 performances on the weekend.
It is on a weekend.
Lots of opportunity here.
And the tickets range from $35 to $65 on Broadway. It'd be twice that much. So
and if you've never been to the Lutcher Theater, if you've never had that experience, I would encourage it because it's worth it. It's like driving to the big city, and it's right there in Little Old Orange.
Exactly, Little
Orange.
And
it's this world-class theater, so take advantage of that. And some other shows you got coming up.
Yes, well, next week, actually, we have...
Busy.
Yes, we are. We present Jeannie Robertson.
She's a comedian?
She's a comedian, and she started off just sort of as a professional, motivational type speaker, and she became so popular that she sort of crossed over into the performing arts centers. She has over 19 million views on YouTube. She has videos that people are familiar with, like don't bungee jump naked.
Good advice.
Don't send a man to the grocery store, things like that. She refers to her husband as left brain. That will ring a bell with some people that are familiar with her
So
work.
I take it it's going to be clean humor?
Clean comedy, yes. Yeah. She's hilarious. She's heard daily on the Family Channel. And
sometimes these comedians can get a little out there.
No, she's very clean.
But funny.
But funny, hilarious,
And another show coming up is Menopause the Musical.
Exactly, yes.
Which is something to sing about, right?
Exactly. Now, if you've seen Menopause the Musical, you're probably dialing the phone right now to buy tickets because it's hilarious as well. If you've heard of it and going, what the heck is Menopause the Musical? It's about 4 women that meet in Bloomingdale's in the lingerie department, and they start talking about what is affectionately known as the change of life, and sort of learn what they have in common, and which is what the audience does throughout the show. They come in sort of as strangers, and then they leave sort of as sisters, And the men that get dragged to the show, they enjoy it as well because they kind of relate to what's going on.
And of course, that's coming up in May. And as with anything, you can go to lutcher.org or you can call the ticket office and get tickets for these shows and encourage people to get their seats early. And the sooner you call, the better your seats.
The sooner the better,
right?
Yeah, exactly. That's how it works.
Okay, and this weekend,
West Side Story.
Are you a shark or a jet?
Don't miss
do you
it.
know? You can't say, don't want to tell anyone. All right.